Hi there! Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're back here at our legal consultancy in Sholmes's attic. You know, the best place to have a law office. Last time we got to meet Gina after not talking to her for a while. We almost died thanks to a tiny dog, but we survived, and we got to examine Tobias Gregson Fox, where I don't know, the passport does not seem super relevant, but I guess it's good for knowing where he was planning to be, if nothing else. But the blood on the suitcase, or the trunk, is definitely relevant. But now we have to move on and see what else we can do from here. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations. It's just occurred to me that I might have forgotten something when we left this morning. Please don't worry. As long as you continue to investigate thoroughly, you won't go far wrong. Oh, yes, of course. I must get to work, back to work as soon as possible. Oh, I feel like that was probably just like the generic, like what they would say if I was here at any other point. Because like, otherwise that comes off a little weird considering what we know. And the fact that Cesar is the one who brought us here. Any thoughts on evidence, perchance? Let's see. Who wrote this nice photograph of us? We were pretty epic, weren't we? Okay, fine. I guess there's not much of interest. I don't know. I like it in the optional dialogue where I can find it, and you don't always know unless you present everything, but oh well. Well, why don't we examine Sholmes and see what he's thinking? Thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes. My dear fellow, think nothing of it. I must say I was quite startled when I heard that you'd been attacked by a dog. Also, don't think I haven't... Well, you don't know about this yet, but, we still got some business to settle, Mr. Sholmes, you and I. For a moment, I feared that infamous murder of so many had come back from the dead. You mean, the Professor? Fortunately, I see your prized throat is unscathed. That stiff, turned-up collar of yours obviously afforded some welcome protection. Was I that close to death? All I really remember is the dog licking my face over and over and over again. Well, if you wish to avoid such troubles in future, a little mustard spread on the cheek should do the trick. I should think that would balance the sweetness of your bandage rather splendidly. Sholmes coming in with the good advice? Question mark? Well, I'm glad we didn't die and Toby didn't rip our throats out. Anyway, I guess we'll yeah, I guess we'll go downstairs and have some tea with Sholmes and the gang, and we can deal with this this elephant in the room. This Sholmes fucking stealing records and shit. Evidence room elephant. Oh. Excusez-moi?
Herr mit dem Knacker ich befahl, hat wie ein Diamant.
Frankly, I'm not really sure what I can say here. I am quite perturbed by the things I am seeing, and the things I am hearing. That looks like Iris, Professor Mikotoba, knocked the fuck out, with a blanket over his head, and also wearing the mask of Kazuma, and there's a German man singing. I mean, it's a banger, sure, but, I'm perplexed. I think perplexed is a good word for the situation that I am the feelings that I'm currently feeling at the moment. What on earth is going on in here? Am I having a bad dream? Did I hit my head a little too hard? Ah, no. It's an old German folk song. Rather a fine rendition, I think. Okay, the folk song, it is quite curious, but frankly, it's not the most pressing matter that I'm currently curious about. That's the least of my concerns. Also the fucking, is that trunk open? The big trunk that we were supposed to not to never open under any circumstances or whatever? It's open? Iris? Iris? What's the matter? She was acting weird before. Now she doesn't want to say anything to us. Who is that sprawling? I mean, that relaxed gentleman over there. Oh, come on, Cesaro, you can pick up on your own father just because he's wearing there's a mask over his eyes. Did you do something, Iris? Did you fucking, like, poison Fritz Mikotoba? Iris? Is she even listening? Excuse me, sir. I do apologize for troubling you whilst you're singing so merrily, but would you be kind enough to explain the situation? Bro, I'm pretty sure Mikoto is not the one singing in German. Well, that worked. A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl. Rather tantalizing juxtaposition. And one that appears to have incited the gods of deduction within me to find their voices too. Oh. We're gonna have a dance of deduction about all of this, are we? My, oh my. The tangled webs we weave. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... The strains of reasoning within me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings of a reunion full of nostalgia, whilst the other is a morose theme about the great secret you're trying so desperately to conceal, Iris. Ah! She's turned as white as a sheet. But I suppose when she's like fucking tan as a tanning bed. So as usual, you've instantly seen to the very heart of the matter. And by the time my own brief performance is over, I feel as sure this gentleman's song will reach its finale. So then, to Musicland, where all is sweetness and delicacy and harmony. Pray, do enjoy Herlock Sholmes' latest Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Oh boy, I'm curious what you're leading to all this. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly, he's a German with no grasp of the English language. Bro, what are you cooking? Who let this man cook? That is clearly Professor Mikotoba. How does Cesaro? It's weird that Cesaro doesn't recognize her own father, but come on. He's just got a mask. As evidenced by the Germanic song and his apparent inability to understand when asked to assist. Bro, what? Okay. You know, Herlock, I love you. You're my good friend. I respect you. And I know your deductions sometimes can get lead a little astray. But it's clearly not... He's clearly not singing. His mouth isn't moving. So, why is a man here at all? And in such apparently high spirits? The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need only follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery. The reason for that man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by the herbal tea. Okay, I mean, it's a nice song. You obviously offered our German guest a cup of your latest herbal blend. The tea's delectable flavor has made the man's spirit soar and resulted in this joyful ditty tumbling incessantly from his lips. I eagerly await sampling the flavor myself, that I may join the fellow in his state of elation. Herlock, my friend, my compatriot, my comrade, my bosom buddy, how do you say these things with a straight face? Now, to the next question. Who exactly is this gentleman availing himself so thoroughly of the settee? As it happens, a number of years ago now, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my services in solving a particularly delicate case. He required the retrieval of letters once sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic. In order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Gottreich Sigismund von Ornstein, the King of Germany. So you're telling me that man is the King of Germany? If my memory serves, the mask worn by this gentleman is identical. Yes, there can be no question. That mask belongs to the King of Germany. It would appear that His Majesty remembers the fine service I afforded him, and has decided to show his face again, mask and all, in order to express his gratitude. A well-mannered monarch indeed. Wouldn't you agree, my dear fellow? Okay, Iris, that's my... You've really captured my feelings in a single gesture. So, the identity of this masked visitor is in fact my former client, the King of Germany. Indeed, his son is currently in London as well, enjoying the wonders of the Great Exhibition. I do remember him from the last case. He's kind of an annoying brat, but yeah. The King of Germany. I don't know about that one, Chief. Girl silence. You don't have to say girl silence. We know that fucking... We know it's Iris. Come on, man. Which leaves us with one remaining imponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. Why the fuck aren't you saying anything? I will say that pouty face you have is pretty adorable. But your apparently inexplicable silence is unable to hide the truth. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that knapsack. I am curious what papers you have in there. A £5 note, I believe. I must say, as your compatriot, I'm deeply saddened. It would appear that you've allowed yourself to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness, earning yourself some spending money in exchange for keeping quiet about the King's secret. And now, the final piece of the puzzle. What is the secret you strive to hide with your silence, Iris? Ah, yes. We need only follow that brief, involuntary twitch of your eyes to find the answer. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup. I mean, it's not really a coffee cup. It's more like a coffee cup handle. My favorite coffee cup, in fact. Or should I say, the handle of my favorite coffee cup. Yeah, exactly. I thought you were going to say that I thought you were going to pretend that the coffee cup was actually there. It appears that His High-Spirited Highness broke it in the midst of his hijinks. I'm pretty sure you spelled that wrong. Which leads us to the sad truth. My favorite coffee cup has been broken by the King of Germany. And Iris, you tried to conceal it from me. I shall have a bill sent via governmental channels to the German royal family for its replacement. To hide the coffee cup. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes's great deduction of this painful puzzle. Sherlock, my guy, I don't know how you are able to do these things and just like you say it with such confidence, like you really believe it, but surely not. Surely not. Man, I wonder if someone's ever has done like a remix of this banger. Imagine the freaking dubstep remix of this. With your silence as well, the fellow's jovial warbling rather rings in the ears, does it not? Mr. Sholmes, I must say something does rather trouble me. Pray, Mr. Zato, do tell. His Royal Highness doesn't appear to have moved a muscle since we arrived. Are we? Also, are we sure he's not are we sure he's not dead? I don't want to have another dead body on top of all the current dead body situation. And you haven't said a word either, Iris. If Mr. Sholmes has it all right, you might as well own up to it now. Oh, sorry. Clearly he doesn't have it all right. Your reasoning isn't entirely without substance, I must admit. And one other thing, Mr. Sholmes. Yet another grievance, Mr. Naruhodo. Surely not. Well, I actually read the story of that case recently. The one you were just describing. And according to that at least, it wasn't the King of Germany. It was the King of Bohemia. Yeah, but I do remember that being a thing. Like, I thought Gotz was the King of Bohemia. And Bohemia in Germany, I think Bohemia is part of Germany at this point. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Yeah, so there was a territory that was Bohemia, but now it's part of the Czech Republic. So yeah, I thought it was associated with Germany, but I guess not. So why the fuck did you say King of Germany? I mean, you knew that. Goodness, was it? Yes, that's quite true. Master Gotz, the prince, testified to that in court. In his words, I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia. Yeah, see, I remember that. It was Bohemia, not Germany. I guess I was flummoxed by everything else that I didn't, think about that, but yeah. I would ask you to keep that minor error to yourselves. It could easily become quite a scandal. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that it's our turn now to make some corrections to a number of minor errors that might have slipped in. Yes. Even Mr. Sholmes is willing to admit he might be slightly wide of the mark this time. Although it's clear that Iris is definitely hiding something. We need to find out the truth behind this mysterious scene. But one truth is incontrovertible. My favorite coffee cup is no more. I'm sorry for your loss. So, shall we embark again on a joint presentation of Sherlock Holmes's Logic and Reasoning Spectacular? Alright, time to figure out what the fuck Sholmes is actually getting at here. Okay, so yeah, King of Germany, yada yada, we know that's not true. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't really need to read it all again, considering we just went through it. Yeah, I feel like I could have done this during the prior dances of deduction. I don't remember if I did. Just skip the text or not until we got to the important parts. So what? It's some mix of herbs that give you the urge to sing. Goodness. I should like to try some. And I'd like to hear your singing, but this man... Just how long does he intend to keep up with that tune, do you suppose? As I said, he's been stock still the entire time. And if you look closely, his lips aren't moving either. You don't really have to look closely to notice that. Ah! So I'm not sure what's actually responsible for the spirited singing. But I suspect that the answer lies at the end of Iris's gaze. Let's see. Well, we at least look. Let's examine some of the other stuff at least. We know this mask. Yeah, obviously. Oh, you're right. So, does that mean? No, surely not. It couldn't be, could it? No, it's most definitely not him. Oh no, of course it's not. Thank goodness. And then, why is this gentleman now wearing it? I'm afraid once again, I really have no idea. Again, how are you not recognizing... We've seen this man just earlier today. I mean, come on. Now, what about this herbal tea, though? That cup do be looking good, though. Well, the cup's empty, that's for sure. So I suppose this mysterious gentleman must have drunk the contents. Iris' special blends are quite delicious, I agree. They always make my heart sing. So I can understand wanting to vocalize those feelings, certainly. In fact, Mr. Naruhodo, you often erupt in boisterous laughter after drinking Iris' tea. I do? Maybe I should take some lighter laughter lessons from Susato-san in the near future. Yeah, how good is that tea? But, yeah, let's check out the gramophone, if you will. Wait, this is a gramophone. It's still rarely seen in our own country. I don't know the lyrics. The sound simply appears to be coming from the horn. But machines singing? That can't be right. Science and technology are changing the world rapidly, Mr. Naruhodo. What's right is changing too. And how deep. Ugh. It's too much for my brain. Poor Ryunosuke, thinking, I remember when he thought birthday candles were devil worship. I guess this would be new to him. Well, at least we found our answer. Alright, clearly, the reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by this fucking gramophone. Not herbal tea. The reason for that man's yeah, okay, I said that already. Indeed. For no well-bred gentleman would break into an obscure folk song when making a social call. Okay, maybe not you, but I've been known to enjoy a good folk song in my day. Just check out, the Maypole song for the Wicker Man. That song goes hard. In other words, this gentleman isn't singing at all. In fact, it would appear that the fellow is unconscious. Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. Ah, the music seems to have stopped now. I mean, his camera angles. It is pretty cool to see the environment kind of shift like that. You know, it does add a little bit of spice. I ask you, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah? Why would I have purchased a recording of that gibberish? It's not gibberish, it's the fucking German language, you racist. How should I know? Well, never mind. On with the deduction. Okay, yeah, yeah, we've seen this part already. Yeah. Wilhelm, yeah. Okay. Although we've already established that it was actually the King of Bohemia, it seems Mr. Sholmes intends to persist with his Germany theory for some reason. Maybe he just hates German people. Come to think of it, the young prince was wearing a mask as well, wasn't he? True, he was wearing a mask. Master Gotz? The boy whom you had in tears? Okay, you had to bring that part up. Don't remind me. Or anyone else. Do you suppose all members of the aristocracy of mainland Europe wear masks? They are pretty styling. I'm sure they do. Well, probably anyway. The point is, that mask doesn't belong to any king. No, that's right. As we well know. Because we can identify the true owner of this mask. Yeah, it belongs to Cosima. It belonged to Cosima. Well, it belonged to Cosima. I guess it belongs to us now.
Take
but
that!
either way, it definitely doesn't belong to the King of Germany. Yes, there can be no question. That mask belongs to Cosima Asagi. In other words, my memory is sublimely unreliable. Well, at least you just come out and say it. Only you could try to make that sound positive. Cosima's mask has been languishing on this metal chest for several days. Though it doesn't explain why the gentleman is wearing it now. But it is now a simple matter to determine our guest's true identity. After all, the gentleman is unconscious. We need only excuse ourselves in advance, gently lift the mask, and peer beneath it. Oh wow, it's fucking Professor Mikotoba. As was patently obvious, because he's wearing the same clothes and has the mustache that's very recognizable to him. I don't believe it. Ah! Father! I'm afraid, Mrs. Otto, you must be No, I think not, Mr. Sholmes. Then it would appear our logic and reasoning has once again revealed the truth. This mysterious visitor... Oh, it's my unconscious father, Eugene Mikotoba. Oh, hey, at least Susato got to finish the deduction this time. And she even did her own little pose with the finger and everything. Is that a new animation? I don't think I've seen her do that before. Either way, very cute. Ah! Says Iris. Logic and reasoning, or just looking and saying. Again, the mask does not cover his whole face. Like, again, the fact is, never mind the fact that his clothes were pretty recognizable, but also, like, yeah, it wasn't covering his whole face. If it was a full face mask, maybe I could see not knowing. But you guys should not have been fooled for a second. Oh well, at least we know now, I suppose. Okay, now then. Why isn't Iris saying anything? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's a knapsack. So that's a £5 note poking out from Iris's knapsack, is it? Oh dear. I can't be sure. Most money that we encounter is in coin form. I know. I'm not even sure if we've seen any banknotes here in Britain at all, have we? Oh, but anyway, Father would never have paid money for Iris's silence. He certainly seems like the silent type himself, though, judging by his present state. There must be some other reason for Iris's silence, I suppose. Perhaps what Iris is trying so hard not to give away with... Oh, someone's online. With her eyes, is something entirely different. Let's see. Is there anything? Oh, Persian slipper. Oh, I wonder. This slipper features in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, doesn't it? It does. When I first saw it there on the mantelpiece, I very nearly fainted with excitement. Doesn't Iris keep her 11s in there? Yes. That part was never mentioned in the stories. We could swap it for the Japanese equivalent of a slipper for fun. In other words, for a wooden Gita sandal. But then it wouldn't be possible to hide anything inside. Which matters because... Okay, I didn't think that was going to be relevant, but I was just curious, you know? Anything else? Oh yeah, what about the knapsack? Now I think about it, Iris always wears that little bag on her back, doesn't she? Yeah, you know, I normally don't notice it because you don't see her from the back that often, but yeah, it's like a little backpack. Like she's ready for school. So cute. Yes, that's right. Though it's easy to forget about it because you can't see it from the front. There are 2 little felt dolls attached to it as well. Are there? I had no idea. I don't remember ever seeing them before. Okay, well, considering the DLC outfits, maybe that's a bit of a contradiction, but okay. Is it possible there's always a £5 note poking out from her bag that I just haven't noticed before, too? I couldn't say with absolute certainty, but I think it's unlikely. What about this thing, though? This obviously open metal chest. This metal chest! It contains important documents, doesn't it? Yes. The tales of all the cases Mr. Sholmes has worked on over the years. Written up by Iris's father, if I'm remembering correctly. Iris insists the chest is kept locked at all times. She's never once shown me inside. Well, its contents are invaluable to her, I suppose, and entirely irreplaceable. Look at it now. The catch is unlocked, for once. Ah, so it is. That's hard to ignore. Yeah, I'd say so. Very. I've never seen that chest unlocked here before, in all the time we've been staying here at Baker Street.
Take that!
Clearly, the metal chest is responsible for your muteness. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that metal chest. Ah, an excellent observation. But upon closer inspection, there is something different about the chest's appearance. It's kept locked at all times, yet now, the catch is open. Evidently, this has something to do with your refusal to speak, Iris. But it's a simple enough matter to incite you to speak, I'm sure. I merely need to open this chest. Alright, let's do... Here we go! Nah! No! Honey, don't! Oh, wow. That's a like, unique animation. And a cutscene, almost cutscene-like. Oh! Oh my, what the bro... Bro. You gotta be fucking... You gotta be yanking my chain. He's dead. Well, it was a good run, guys. You know, I guess this is how the Greatest Shenanigans Chronicles ends. Not with a bang, not with a whimper, but with a boxing glove. My. I suppose I'll see you in the next one.